Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Cavendish Arms. This is Comedy Virgins, the Comedy Concentrate. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got good news. The government has said that after the 1st of August, we may, maybe, possibly, if we're really lucky, be able to once again do live comedy at the Cavendish Arms. Give me a cheer. Oh! Gentlemen, I am so relieved because for the last 4 months I've been doing this, and at the beginning it was fun. Before the show, I'd have a wash, a shower, brush my teeth, put a clean t-shirt on and look forward to it. But right now, it doesn't feel like that anymore. The same as all the other comedians. We used to get ready for this and look forward to it. But now we're having a shit, literally, moments before we come running on with a dirty t-shirt. And I'm not even wearing trousers. So we really do need to get back live, ladies and gentlemen, get a little bit of respect back for ourselves. So hopefully we're going to be doing it soon. Comedians, are you pleased?
Yay!
The only problem is they might change their minds, so we're going to keep doing this just for a little while longer. If you're watching on YouTube, we need you to get involved, because when we do it live, we have like a thing called an audience, and they clap and cheer and shout. But right now, all we've got is nothing. We're all staring at computers, so we need you to send some love via the internet. Send some thumbs up, send some claps, send some cheers. Some of you, see, the thing is, I know some of you aren't doing it. You're just watching and thinking, I don't need to type a message. Because we know how many people watch and we see how many people type. So if you're not typing, do it now. I want to see that page filling with messages of love for comedy. If you're watching on YouTube, please join in. Send us some messages. We've got a load of comedians that are going to try and entertain you tonight. I say try and entertain you. No, they're going to entertain you. Let's see a big wave from all those comics. Where are they? That's it. Look at them, eager to entertain you. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, with no more mucking about, no more words from me, simply actions from you. Start the clapping, start the cheering, start the shouting, start the whooping. Make as much noise as you possibly can and wake your neighbours for the fabulous Mr. Nate Benner.
Hey, how you all doing? I want to talk a little bit about lockdown. I mean, the police were given special powers to break up small groups at the beginning of lockdown. My question's always been, why didn't they start with Coldplay? Sorry for Coldplay. Coldplay's meant that we haven't been able to do our annual family holiday. The missus loves going all the way up to Scotland. She loves it, especially when it snows. She tells me it's the only time she's guaranteed at least 6 inches. True story. I said last time I was on here, you may not have seen it, but the missus and I have got really, really close over lockdown. And when we first got together, I thought I was a real sexual expert. That's until I found her blue asthma inhaler. True. Also, with lockdown, I miss some of the simple things in life. You know, stupid things like Brexit, for example. And we've got two young boys. One of them's 5, one of them's 2. And I sometimes think to myself, what would my life have been like if I'd done a Brexit? You know, pulled out and made a horrible mess. Ooh, a bit harsh. I love them. I do love them. But I'll make a lot of jokes all the time. And I remember when our second child was being born, the missus was screaming in pain, having a go at me, saying to me, I can't believe you've done this. How have you done this? It's your fault this has happened. That's probably not the time to remind her that she turned down my request for anal sex that night. Oh,
Oh.
bit harsh, but you know. But I've got lots of things. Our 5-year-old boy, he started back chatting to us. It's not good at all, but to be fair, I think that's what's going to keep him grounded.
Hey.
There you go. I never, ever, ever, ever used to argue with my mum. I mean, she was a very, very stern woman. She once told me that she ate something that didn't agree with her. Not arguing with that. I've not spoken to her in a while, though. I have got more jokes, but I know we've got a little time limit. And because I'm on my phone, because internet connection wasn't great, I'm going to leave it there. But thanks very much for your time, guys. Take it easy.
That's Nate! Give a round of applause! Is it just me? Or does Nate look like he's sat in a fish aquarium that's had the water?
That's my little boy's bed. He's had to stay up late for this.
Really strange background. It looks like a fish aquarium. That was Nate Ben. Give him a round of applause. If you're watching on YouTube, he's going to want some feedback because the only people watching his performance live are his 2 boys and they're kids. And they probably don't get his humour about anal sex. Yeah, they do. But I think we need to let him know what did we think so he doesn't tell any more of those jokes to his children, ladies and gentlemen. Cheering, shouting for Mr. Nate Ben. Time for the next stat, ladies and gentlemen. I want to see the comedians clapping until their hands are blurring. Come on, but look at my hands go. Come on, guys. Really fast. Stab into your hands are blurring. We welcome to the stage. It's Fatia, ladies and gentlemen. Here she is. That's her.
Hello, I am 5 foot tall. When I go to concert, I can't see the stage. I only see people's armpit. And when the singer say, "Put your hands in the air," I die running out of the air. I try to look for some fresh air by looking down, but down there's only farts. Yeah, and I hate it the most when the singers say, "Dance like you just don't care." I mean, the audience are already doing it. Plus, they step on my feet because they can't see me. Yeah. So here's what I think all singers should do on stage. Buddy, if you tall, take a good quick look. You got short people standing next to you. Are not going to push them around. You big disgrace. OBP in your face all over the place. Thank you. I'm Fatia. That's my time. Thank you.
Fatia, give her a round of applause. If you're watching online, send her a message. Tap us some messages. For the younger people watching this, all you younger ones, a concert is a thing that we used to have where big groups of people could go and watch live music. Look it up on YouTube. It was something we used to really enjoy. Just you younger ones, you probably don't remember it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the next start the clapping, start the cheering, start the shouting. As we welcome to the stage, it's Alex Adragni! Come on!
Hello, everyone. Have you noticed that during these strange times, our approach to food has changed? Before lockdown, it was all go out, wine and dine. And now, your local restaurant's doing a takeaway. £15 fucking main dishes? No fucking way. Just charging full price for beer just so I can go and sit in the park next to that. Just outrageous. But instead, we find meaning in our home cooking, which we now passionately talk about like the weather. And with classic British empty rage, we direct our conversations and bickering on the ability not to get a hold of a delivery slot. It's the new normal equivalent of all the seats being taken on our morning commute. Absolute rage for everyone else's privilege. As for physical shops, though, we're only going to be comfortable going into our local delis because they're less busy, we tell ourselves, and we're more willing to spend £6 on ravioli, strangely. With Amazon Prime now, 2-hour delivery slots is getting big now. The first time I used it about 5 years ago, it was in Manchester, and it was raining, and I was in the university building. I wanted to go home. So I ordered an umbrella to come to me and a single packet of Pringles to get over the minimum spend. Now, I felt pretty dirty then. Now, fucking outrageous. Today, I needed a mop for my cleaner, a new mop. and it's £40 minimum spend. So what do? A bottle of gin, 3 packets of chocolate, and 32 cans of tonic water, and I feel absolutely fine with that. If I was making up this story, then what's even more outrageous is I spent all this for a comedy set. Thank you.
Yeah, that's Alex. Come on. Give him a round of applause if you're watching. Give him some comments if you're on YouTube. Let him know what you think. He needs some feedback. Alex, you know this thing of like going to the local deli, Alex? I kind of get supporting local shops. And I just want to check with you guys. Like, you know, it would be wrong to go into a local deli and say to the guy, fuck you, wouldn't it? No, is that wrong? Would we all agree, generally?
No, well, my local market.
Shut up, it's my story.
Yes, it would be wrong.
It would be wrong. I've got a confession to make. I went in, I was up at the pub today and we were sort of doing a bit of refurbishment, trying to get it ready. And I thought I'd nip out to the sandwich shop and I went in, I looked at the menu and it's got all these baguettes and tuna baguettes. And they had a nice little tuna and mayonnaise baguette, £3.50. And I said to him, can I have a tuna baguette, please? And he went, it's a £5. I said, sorry. He said, that's the old menu. That was before Corona. It's a £5. I said, fuck you.
Yeah, that's appropriate.
You know what I mean? Like, can you change the price? I don't mind you changing the price. Change the price on the menu, put a £5. I would never know. He couldn't be bothered. He left the old price up. When I asked for it, he says it's a fuck you. I didn't get it. Not funny, but true. Don't go there. It's number 48, Wandsworth Road, Eric's Deli. Don't go there. It's taking a fucking piss. Ladies and gentlemen.
Shame.
Shelley, are we putting the beer up when we reopen, by the way?
Yeah, but I haven't really got time to.
Oh, yeah, it's fine.
So I'll just, yeah.
It's time for the next act. Start the clapping, start the cheering, start the shouting, start the whooping as we welcome to the stage. It is Caroline Madison!
Hi. I've really been embracing working from home. Some things are different. So I get to cry in my own toilets, but without a bra on. So I get to sit in the same position every day for 8 hours, but it is tiring for women because they have to sit on the other side of the pay gap. I've also been queuing a lot recently, a lot of queuing. And usually, if I spend 40 minutes queuing to get in somewhere, it's so I can drink 3 bottles of Prosecco and do the Dirty Dancing lift. But the post office, they don't like that. They're not. I could have joined the online queue for Ocado, but I heard it was so long that people began to check their own privilege. But I hear there's a lot of comparison to the pandemic to wartime, isn't there? Like, oh, we're in the wartime. And I can see that, right? Because during the war, we joined the factories to put munitions out. We joined the land army to put food on the table. And this time round, we joined a Zoom call and put ourselves on mute. So it's the same sacrifice, really, isn't it? That's me. Thanks, everyone.
Caroline, if you're watching, you know what you've got to do. It's not a passive affair. Let her know what you think. Send her a message. Time for the next act. This man's been performing regularly on our Zoom shows. I'd never actually met him in real life until about 2 days ago when he popped along to the pub to do something for us. And I can confirm he's got legs. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the man with the legs is Mr. Josh Jedwick.
What a wonderful introduction. Cheers for that. Patty, you said that you were 5 foot. I'm actually 6'5", right? Which I didn't have to tell you, but the fact I did gives you an insight into how insecure I am. So, so something I'm sure you delay. So something I'm sure you'll want to hear though is my thoughts on masks. If you haven't heard enough already. And now my mask going to be compulsory in shops from Friday, right? But there were protests in Hyde Park yesterday, and there were people saying that they were pro-choice for masks. They're not pro-choice for clothing, though. Right. I mean, a man exposing himself will definitely ruin your day, but it might not kill you. So, you know. I should have coughed there. That's very concerning. I do respect the kind of hard line they've drawn there, like, you know, saying that they're not going to wear masks. I think arguably what's a bit worse is people that wear a mask but just like put it down underneath their nose. Right? It's about as effective as a condom with a hole in it. It's just absolutely useless. Talking of terrible segues, though. I miss being a kid. Right? Because there's lots of things as a kid that are whimsical and fun, but as an adult, not so much. Right? It changes. Like losing a tooth. Yeah. Like as a kid, you get paid. Right? But as an adult, you have to pay. Eating grass. You know, as a kid, it's just a bit weird. But as an adult, it's illegal and it makes you hungry. Dreaming. What an absolute fucking waste of time that is. Whew, that was silent. Oh my god. Oh, I felt that so hard. Having a bath with your dad. That's very different. Running around the beach naked with your uncle, which arguably is bad both ways round. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you, everyone.
Round of applause! And if you're watching on YouTube, you know what you're going to do. You can send them a message, send them some love, send them some thumbs up, send them some claps. Shirley!
Yeah.
Shirley, Josh was just talking about dreams.
I know. That's why I went silent.
I know. Do you want to?
Yeah.
So the other morning, Shirley woke up and she told me about a dream she'd had. What? Go on, tell them about your dream.
Yeah, but basically, has anyone ever had a dream where they watched a film in their dream? That was it. That was my entire dream. Nothing weird. Nothing weird happens. I just watched a film.
She watched
The whole dream. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, that was it. My dream was I watched a film. What a waste of a night! And it's like
whole
there's nothing.
film in the night in her dream. That's my wife. Give her a round of applause.
No weirdness, but yeah.
We've only got 2 acts left, and what we're going to do is we're going to clap and cheer and shout in a ridiculous manner, all on our own, wherever we are, whatever we're doing, as we welcome to the stage the next act. So start the clapping, start the cheering, start the shouting, start the whooping, take your hats off, throw them in the air. Welcome to the stage, the fabulous Mr. Lawrence Hammond! Come on, Lawrence, where are you?
Hello, good evening. Thank you so much for having me. I was socially distancing before it was cool. One of my favorite things to do was go to a restaurant and have a meal on my own. I remember when Nando's was open and you could go and sit in. There was one time I walked in and the waitress said, "Hello, table for one." I said, "Yes, please." She said, "Have you been to Nando's before?" I said, "Yes." She looked me up and down and went, "Of course you have," and walked off. What do you mean by that? I also remember just before the lockdown, I got a call from my bank. I don't normally get calls from my bank, so it was a bit weird, but it went a little something like this. They said, "Hello, Mr. Hibbard. We're just wanting to flag some unusual activity on your account. Something has come up tagged as sports and exercise, which we obviously haven't seen on your statement before. And we just want to make sure that it's actually... Oh, wait, it's golf. Oh, no, it's junkyard golf. Okay, 3 bowls of chips. Playing alone again, are we?" Totally true story. My car got blocked because I went to a golf club. There we go. I'm Lawrence Hibbard. Cheers. Thank you.
Come on, great story. Give him a round of applause and make some comments on you. Look, on you. Look, come on. Type on your keyboards and let him know what you thought. Come on. Yeah. No. Right then, Shirley. I'm going to get the last act on. Are you ready?
What do you reckon they deserve, David?
I think they deserve I think they deserve as much applause for cheering as the first act, Shirley.
I thought you might, yeah.
Well, I always think that. I don't think they deserve. I don't think we've been doing this too long. Oh my God! Bring back. I can't bear this. We are so sick of pretending that this is as good as the real thing. I'm really sorry, last act I'm out. I'm only joking, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to pretend it's great, as you are as well. We're going to pretend that comedy on Zoom is brilliant as we welcome the last act, who will be brilliant. Start the clapping, start the cheering, start the shouting, start the whooping. Welcome, Viva Lady, come on! Yeah!
Woo!
So I recently returned to the United States after nearly 6 years of living in England, and I wanted to talk about how I knew I needed to come home. It started when I developed an extremely embarrassing crush on Captain America. This particularly mortified me because although a lot of people are very reasonably into Chris Evans, he's really not my type. I mean, my previous celebrity crushes include Chandler Bing, Giles, the librarian from Buffy, and Spock, the science officer. So I was pretty upset to find myself lusting for this star-spangled beefcake. I finally confessed this crush to my best friend from uni, and she was determined to defend my honor. She said, "Don't worry, you don't have a shameful celebrity crush on Chris Evans. You're just homesick. You're horny for America." So needless to say, I immediately bought my plane ticket home, and to ease my transition, my best friend sent me a present. And when I opened the box, my heart skipped a beat. For lo and behold,
Oh, wow.
this is a thing I own now. And let's just say I don't have to quarantine alone anymore. That's me, guys. Thank you so much.
Where are you? Are you in America now?
I am. I am in the southwest suburbs of Chicago.
How weird is that? Live at Comedy Virgins from Chicago. Give her a round of applause. Very soon, we're going to be back doing it live in the pub. But we bought a camera setup and we're going to be filming Comedy Virgins. And every week, because we can't have many people in the audience because of social distancing, we're going to have 4 or 5 people online as well on our stage. So live comics and online comics. So come back and join us. We're going to have comedians from all over the world on our little stage in Stockwell. Sounds good, doesn't it? Yeah.
Amazing.
As long as some of you will come and do it live, please do, so we don't have to stay in my bedroom. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had a good time. This is Comedy Virgins. Hopefully only a few more being broadcast from this room, from a phone tied to a hat stand, introduced by a very tired and bored host. Hopefully we'll be back at the Cavendish with a few acts on Zoom. We haven't sold any pints in 5 months. We do need to keep funding everything that we do. So if you've performed tonight or watched tonight on YouTube, please, in a few moments, we're going to put up a sign and we're going to beg for a few quid. That's all. You've not bought any beer tonight. So you know, we've got nothing. We've got to pay the bills. Please, a little bit in there, just a little bit. If you don't want to put a couple of quid in, £10 fine. I don't mind. Dollars, it's about $100 at the moment to the pound. You just put $100. It's a pound. That's all it is, really. Just a pound. $100. It's just a pound in the bucket. That's all I need from you guys. And at some point, Shirley just shuts me up because otherwise I just keep talking and talking and talking because I like talking.